What is up, my beautiful, amazing listeners? Welcome to an extra sip. I'm your host, Miriam Samaki, and welcome to Trick or Treat Tuesdays, everyone. How are we doing? What's going on? How was your weeks? May I just say that this past weekend, was homecoming weekend, and y'all already know. So let me just explain homecoming weekend and what everything entailed with that. Well, what I will say is that there were many people, there were many drunks, and it was all about wearing, our school colors and being proud of our school. So one can only imagine how I was feeling the whole week. Okay, already with the email sounds. I'm so sorry. Oh, good. It's my teacher coming through. I have an essay due this Thursday that haven't started. Don't really know what I'm talking about. But, I sent an email to my professor like, hello, where can I watch this documentary in order to analyze and fully grasp the knowledge that you are enabling with me so I may traverse into this career? And she just emailed me back. So we're so good in that regard. We're so fine. But yeah, homecoming weekend, I was not a fan. There were so many drunk people. And y'all already know how I feel about drunks. I hate them. And if you feel offended, good, great. I fully am talking about you. Well, actually, there are some drunk people that, are cute. Now, I don't know. I feel like I need to explain that because, I have some drunk friends where they're drunk, but they're able to carry themselves, So it's, fine. Other people, they're grabbing me. They're, yelling in my face. And I'm like, oh, please, can we not today? Can we not today? So that was all weekend. One conversation I actually heard while I was at work, two alumni, I think, and a girl and a boy. And the girl was like, can you get drunk? I'm already drunk. Can you please? And the guy was like, I'm trying to, but it takes me longer than you. And I was like, hold on. Why? Why is it necessary that he gets drunk? Hello? Why? Why do you need him drunk? Just you be drunk and you have a great time or whatever drunk people do. Why do they both need to be drunk? Sounds suspicious. I know. So I was definitely not here for it. Another thing, my homecoming weekend was not the worst entirely though, because I actually went to a party. When did I go? Saturday night. And let me just start off by saying that I looked so good. You guys, I looked fantastic at this party I was at. Fantastic. I went downstairs. I did a little photo shoot with myself. And may I just say, it's honestly insulting to me how I don't have a boo. Just sticking with the Halloween theme. I don't have a boo. I don't have a bae. Because I'm the way I was dressed, that's the photos that you send to this man's or this woman's, your partner. And then they send back wow, this is who I'm dating. Wow. And I'm like, yeah, this is who you're dating. Wow, you're welcome. And yet I just took those pictures and I admired them for myself because I know I'm a queen and I know that I'm everything. You know what I mean? But it was just really sad. It was really sad that I didn't have anyone to share them with. I mean, I put on my Snapchat and y'all hype me up, the people who follow my Snapchat, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much. That's so freaking sweet of you. Oh my god. So I did appreciate that. So that was fun and everything. So homecoming weekend, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. May recommend. But sticking to the theme now, Trick or Treat Tuesdays, because we are getting very close to Halloween. It's this one, and then it's the next one. And then, guys, it's Halloween. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about Halloween. I freaking love it. I'm already excited about my costume. I'm gonna be an effing fairy, queen, goddess. I don't know what I'm gonna be, but I don't know the name, but I have this floral top that has vines and flowers on it. I'm gonna buy a pink wig, do some space buns, put some flowers in my hair in the wig. Buy this skirt, be a little risque because she's Halloween and it's a college campus. I have these shoes that I like to call my stripper shoes. I got them for Christmas last year and I've never worn them because I'm like, well, where am I going to wear these? They're literally drag queen shoes. You know what I mean? Drag queens would wear these shoes. They're iconic. So I was just like, well, when am I going to wear these? And lo and behold, I feel like this Halloween, it's my time. It's my time to shine. And the reason I first got this idea to be this fairy queen, goddess, whatever, is because I have so much glitter. I have glitter in every color. If y'all know who I am, then this is no surprise to you. Hello. Every event, I'm there in my glitter. At the homecoming parade this weekend, I had my glitter. I didn't go to the homecoming football game, but last 2 years when I went, I had my gold glitter. I have a lot of glitter, okay? And I love it. So I was like, you know what? I feel like I can do a mad makeup look. I went on Pinterest. I've gotten some ideas, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to be great. And I already talked to my friend. I want to do like a whole photo shoot. We want to go, well, she wants to have like a blue background. I'm like, sis, I don't know where we're going to get that, but like, I trust you. You're the photographer. Just make me look pretty. So stay on the lookout for those photos, guys. Follow me at Miriam Samaki on Instagram. Y'all already know the deal with that. But I just want to talk about the meat of, well, do I want to jump right into that? Am I done? Is that all I want to talk about? Am I done? Well, I'm excited for this upcoming week. I'll tell you what I'm excited about, and then I'm going to get to the meat of what we're discussing. I'm excited for this week because it is Halloween weekend. Well, because I know since Halloween is next Wednesday, I know some people are celebrating this weekend that you're listening to this podcast, or the next weekend after Halloween. Thoughts, comments, questions, concerns? What are y'all doing? Are you celebrating both? Because, sis, me too. Or are you doing only one? Like, what are y'all doing? I hope y'all are dressing up. I love dressing up, but I'm excited because my friend is actually putting on a haunted, like a haunted maze type of thing through our school. It holds a very near and dear place in my heart because my freshman year, getting a little deep as we always do on Extra Sip, my freshman year, I remember crying on Halloween. Well, I cry a lot, but the specific reason why I was crying that relates to this story is because it was Halloween. And, I was in my single downstairs. I felt like everyone had plans and everyone was doing things. And I was just like alone. And I was like, well, I want to do something Halloween related because I have every year of my life. And I don't want this to be the time that I don't. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, what can I do? I went outside because I knew of, this haunted maze thing that my friend is putting on this year. She didn't put it on the 2 years ago, but I knew about that event and I was like, well, I would love to do that. So I texted my friend who was actually in an amusement park, like a haunted amusement park. So she was like, oh, like I'm out, but if I come back in time, we'll do it together. And then as I was just walking outside aimlessly in the dark, pitch blackness, just trying to add to my sadness and loneliness, you know what I mean? I just was passing other freshman dorms and I heard music and everyone like singing and having a party, and I was looking around and I saw people dressed up going places. So I just kept walking, found myself a little bench and cried. So that was beautiful. But this story does have a positive ending because my friend was able to come home early. So we went to this maze together and it was glorious, guys. It's a good song. I love it. It played at the end of... Did it? No, it's not that one. Glorious. I don't know. When did I hear that? I feel like it played at the end of Fast and Furious, but that could be completely wrong. But I think it did. Anyways, it's a good song. I recommend it. So, Glorious, hello. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So that's happening this weekend. And my gorgeous friend wants me to be a part of it. I am going to be the person who... Like, everyone who's going to go through the maze is going to sit, they're going to watch a little video on like what they have to do through this maze. And then I will be basically like the MC and being like, okay guys, here are your weapons. Here's what you have to do. Go and don't die. And I'm so excited about it. Y'all know I love a good performance. I love to perform. So I'm like, sis, I will not let you down. And I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I think that I have other like mixers going on that are Halloween themed. So I'm just really pumped about this weekend. I'm so pumped. I just have to get through this week of homework. But honestly, I don't really care. I really have just lost all, what is that word? Motive? I've lost it and I can't even find it. I can't even find it in the files in my brain. That's how much I've lost it. The will, I don't know. Anyways, I just don't care anymore, basically, is the tea. Like this essay I have due Thursday, listen, I'll figure it out on Wednesday and we'll turn it in, okay? I'll figure it out. I have a speech. Oh, I did want to talk about that because I just wanted to stick to the theme and tell you guys a little bit about this. So in my speech class, I'm writing a speech on this woman named Mary Belle. Now, if you don't know Mary Belle, dim the lights, everything goes dark. Mary Belle, well, let me actually figure out where I wrote about this, and then we'll get into the spooks. If you're listening to this alone in a dark room, I hope this creeps you out a little bit. Hello, how do I... Okay. Oh, now I have to go find it. I have to log into my email. Oh, no. You know what? Okay, I really don't have time for this. So I'm just going to do it based off memory. I don't know the dates or anything, but I do know the main things. So, Mary Belle grew up with her mother in Glasgow, Scotland. They were living in a poor, run-down neighborhood. So to compensate for this, Mary Belle's mother actually served as a prostitute. And she engaged in acts that involve humiliation and pain. Mary Belle's mother would often do these acts with male clients in the one-room home, with Mary being present. Mary at this time was only 4 years old. Now imagine this, a 4-year-old seeing all of these acts that her mother is doing. But that's not all. Another thing that Mary's mother would do is sell Mary Belle to her clients, to these male clients, a 4-year-old, as a child prostitute. Now Mary's mother did this only after she ceased her mission of trying to kill her own daughter, and she did this by selling her pills as treats. Now, growing up with this child abuse, one can only imagine how did she end up? Where is she today? Well, Mary Belle is actually alive and well, living in England, but she's living anonymously, and she has changed her whole identity. Why? Because of the crime she has committed. Mary Belle, when she was only 10 years old, strangled a boy named Martin Brown to death in an abandoned house in England. Now, when they found this boy's body, who was only 4 years old, remember Mary Belle is only 10, this boy's body was next to a bottle of pills, showing that maybe he had ingested some pills, much like Mary's own childhood. Now, the police looked at this and they decided, no, there's not enough evidence to say this was murder. Hearing this, Mary Belle actually went to a nursery and destroyed it. And she wrote notes that said, I am the reason for Martin Brown's death. The police again said, no, this is just a child pranking. Little did they know, it wasn't. Only 2 months later, Mary Belle, along with a friend, committed the same exact crime, this time to a 3-year-old boy named David Haw. Now, David Haw was strangled. Not only this, but his body was mutilated and his penis was butchered. Mary Belle had carved an M into this boy's dead body with scissors and cut up his genitals. Now, after seeing this, police decided, let's investigate. And they put Mary Belle at the exact crime scene, and they put Mary also with David on the day of his death. As well, they learned about Mary's strange behaviors in that she was seen smiling and applauding the coffin as it walked off with David Haw. Now, once they found all this, Mary was put on trial, and they decided that she was committed a manslaughter instead of murder because she exhibited signs of psychopathy. Mary's friend was acquitted as she was not the one who committed the crime, but Mary Belle served in the Majesty's Pleasure, in which legal powers determined that her sentence was indeterminate. Only whenever she exhibited good enough behavior was she able to be let go. And she did. Only 12 years after she had been imprisoned, Mary Belle was set free at the age of 23 and now walks in England, serving as a grandmother, living her life with a new chance. Interesting, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm giving my speech about on Wednesday, and I'm pretty excited about it. When we were picking topics, we had to do it in groups, and I basically was like, I want to do something dark. And my teacher was like, ooh, I like that. And I'm like, oh, sis, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like, I'm so excited about it. I don't know. Murders? She's interesting. Death? I love. So that's what I'm talking about. I hope that puts you in the mindset, in the mood. This 10-year-old girl killing 2 little boys. Wild. Oh, and then, I think I'm starting my speech off with a quote from her in which she says, murder isn't that bad. We all die sometime anyways. Like, what? Isn't that wild? And then she also said that she liked killing things that couldn't protect themselves. So that's why she actually killed those 2 little boys, 3 and 4. Oh, it's crazy. See, that's something that's scary. Now, getting into the meat of what I want this episode to be about, I'm actually someone who likes being afraid. That's why I live for Halloween. Like, I went to a haunted amusement park, the same one that my friend went to freshman year, you know. I went to that and I was like, I don't know. Like, it was fun. I screamed because, you know, jump scares, yikes. Fully can't do horror movies, but put me in a haunted maze, I'm game, bro. I'm so game. But I don't know. It just wasn't that scary to me. It wasn't, like, there are different themes. So there was one that was called Lumberhack. So there's all these chainsaws, if you're into that. There was a, what was the other one? It was called, like, Demented Dimensions, where they had all of the creatures from many years past, and they were scaring people. There was one that was Frostbite. That was, I mean, it was supposed to be like ice monsters because I went last year and it wasn't that. So I was like, what is happening? What are the other themes? Wow. Oh my God, a boy just walked by. I told you guys jump scares. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, woo. That was scary. That spooked me out. Dang, what were a scarecrow one? That one was actually scary because their costumes blend so much into the straw. They just like have to hide a little bit. Oh my God, it's so freaky. There were 7. Wow, and I really can't remember any of the other ones. Wow, I suck, dude. Anyways, it was basically great. But it wasn't that scary to me. Okay, and I just feel like the typical clowns. Oh, circus. That was another one with clowns and everything. Like, not that scary. I was actually with one of my friends and we were waiting in line to go into the haunted mazes, and she was at, I don't know how we got into the topic of teen pregnancy, but she was like, ooh, teen pregnancy. Now that's the spook. And I lost it because I was like, that's so funny to me. Like, things that like aren't typically scary, those are scary. Make a maze with those things. So I actually formulated a little list of what I feel like people should put into haunted mazes. And I want to go to the CEO of all haunted mazes and being like, hello, I have some ideas for you. You should write these down. Now, these will really get a scare out of your guests, okay? So, 1. The first one, guys, I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. Imagine this. Full immersion. Close your eyes and imagine this, okay? You're looking at the menu. The sign on the board, all these food options, your stomach is growling, you're so hungry, and you're like, ooh, that looks good. Number 5, I'll get that. I'll get the meal. I'll get a large. I'll get a drink on the side. Maybe I'll even add a dessert. You're so excited about it. You stand in that line, it's inching forward, you're so ready, you can practically taste the food. As you get there, you tell the woman or the man working up there, hello, good evening, how are you? I would like to order this number, as well as these sides and these desserts. And, oh, something that you didn't expect. Why are there bats in the room now? There's blood on the walls. The woman or the man says, sorry, we're all out of that. You're horrified. Anxiety through the roof. You're screaming to yourself. You don't know what is happening. You're trapped. It's horrifying. You look behind you. There's a line forming. There are people patiently tapping their foot. You see people reaching up, looking at their watches, looking at their cell phones because people don't have watches anymore. And you're just like, and the person's like, what else would you like? Hello? And you're thinking, you're looking, you don't know, nothing else looks good. You can't speak, you can't breathe. Hello? That is true horror. That is what I call a horror movie, okay? So, this new haunted house exhibit, as soon as you walk in, you have someone being like, can I take your order? You start saying something, the person's like, yeet! And they're like, no. They are like, no, we don't have that. And it's just 8 people from different sides screaming at you saying, no, we don't have it. Horrifying, right? No, I know. 2. This one, I think I've done this one many a times. Okay, so this is the second part. So you walk in, people screaming at you. You get past that and you're into a next room. And then you see something that is cute and you want to take a selfie of it. I don't know. Maybe there's a sign that's like, take a selfie to win a prize. I don't know. Let's say that. So you reach for your phone. You can't find it. Your phone is gone. It's no longer there. And then you're like, you're looking in this pocket. You're looking in that pocket. You're looking in your back pockets. You're looking in your friend's pockets. You're looking in your bag. You're looking in your fanny pack. You're looking everywhere and you don't have your phone. And you're just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And then you're just like, well, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'll just go retrace my steps. But you can't, because you only can move forward like sharks. Only forward, never back. Okay? And then you're like, okay, well, let me see if at least I have my ID or like my keys. And you don't have those either. Everything that you love is gone. You don't have it. Phone, ID, keys, none of it. It's all gone. That's the second phase. Horrifying, I know. Listen, I'm on a roll here. And that's only the second exhibit. Third, you hear thud. You hear something on the ground. A shattering noise. You look behind you and you see, I don't know, you just see like some man dressed up. Not even dressed up, because that's not what's scary. A guy dressed up as a clown, that's not scary. Okay? A guy with some type of Freddy Krueger, Jack the Ripper, whatever vampire, werewolf mixture, mask, that's not scary. Okay? That's not scary. What's scary is a man. No, but it's just some dude, like, standing in street clothes, and he has your phone. So you're like, oh my God, thank you. You reach out for it, and he lets go. He lets go of the phone, and it shatters to the ground. And he picks it up, you look at the screen, shattered. Complete, like, not a single piece of the phone has been saved. It is shattered to pieces. You start screaming, he runs away, laughing. And all you can do is pick up your phone, and you turn it on, and you see your lock screen. And you're like, wow, this really was my phone, huh? This was not some type of gag, some joke. No. This is your real phone, so sorry about it. iPhone 7, 8, 10, whatever you have, get a new one. Hello. Yikes. That's phase 3. So you're walking around. You've been yelled at. What was the second one? I've already forgotten. Oh, you've been yelled at. You lost your phone. You found your phone that's now shattered. Oh, and then you also find your keys and your ID. So at least you have that. We'll give you that. But your phone, though? No. Next, guys. As you're moving on. Ooh, this one. Now, I feel like this one is the most horrifying aspect. Okay. So you're walking through. You keep going through this maze. And you look. And you see pictures. And you're like, huh. Who are these people? Because at first, it's just, those stock photos, normal people. But then, the figures start looking a little too, what is that word? That word when you recognize? Familiar. A little too familiar for your liking. And then you realize, that's you. But who's that you have your arm around? Who's that you're hugging? Who's that you're kissing, maybe? Who is that? Oh! It's that fucking bitch that you don't talk to anymore. It's that bitch that didn't care for you and just dropped you without a shadow of a doubt. It's that person who cheated on you. It's that person who stole something from you. I don't know. It's someone you freaking hate. Okay? And you're just like, okay, why am I being shown these people? I hate them. Like, none of this matters, okay? And then you're just walking forward and you see a very narrow hallway, and it keeps getting narrower. Wow, can I fucking speak? It keeps getting narrower and narrower until you see someone at the end. And it's that person that you hate. Oh, it's that person that you hate. And there is nothing more terrifying than seeing someone that you hate and you've wanted to avoid for so long. And you've been very successful, except for this day. And you're just like, oh my God. So you see them. They haven't seen you yet. They're looking a different way, but you see them. And you're like, well, I gotta get out of here. You turn around, a door closes behind you, and you're like, okay, well, and there's no other way to go. And as you're walking, for some reason, that distance is getting closer, but you're not moving, and that person at the end is not moving. No one is moving, and yet they're getting closer to you, and you have nothing else to do but run. You gotta run. You gotta get away from them. So you run straight, and you turn left. There they are. You turn right. There's someone else. Because I know you don't hate only one person. I know you're not trying to avoid only one. They're all right there, and you're running. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I guess the air is getting stuffy. There's no more air in the room. All of your enemies are sucking it away from you. There is no more oxygen in this room. You're forced to consume carbon dioxide like a plant that these people have cast you aside as because you no longer matter. To them, you are only a leaf. And yet they are there right in front of you. And you're like, what am I supposed to do? So you keep running. And then we move on to our next exhibit, which is... Sorry, I keep having to look at my list on my laptop. So, yikes. Okay, next. You're running, right? And then you go into a room. You go into a room and you think you're safe, but you look around and there's no exit in this room. A door again closes behind you. You're like, what? You turn to the door to look at it. And as soon as you turn back, bam! There's a group of people. A group of people, and they all turn towards you and they're just like, two truths and a lie? That's what one person in the corner says. Another person, what's your favorite type of bagel? Someone else, what did you do over the summer? Someone else, tell me the most fun fact about you. Guys, you are surrounded by icebreakers and people that you don't like. It's a social interaction, guys. It is a social interaction and you're not here for it. There's so many people around you. You're just like, what is happening? Who are these people? And you know what? To even add matters worse, one of the people that you hate is right there. And they're just staring at you. They don't even ask you a question. Why? Because they know everything about you and it hurts. It hurts. They know everything about you, so they start speaking for you. And they're like, I don't know why she won't tell you guys that her favorite bagel is effing rainbow. And then, oh, yeah, her most fun fact is when we went and did this one thing. But I guess it's not anymore, huh? And you're like, what is happening? What is going on? And you can't speak because you hate groups and you hate all social interactions, but there's no door. And then finally you see something above a window. So you jump and you climb out of that window and then you're outside and you're like, okay, great. Are we done? Are we over? Is it good? No, it's not. Because as you're walking out thinking that you're fine, you see a group of, who is it? None other than effing middle schoolers. And they're all saying yeet and yaga and effing dabbing and doing the Millie Rock and everything is happening. And you're like, what is going on? And they're saying Vine references and they're doing memes and everything that is not funny, but they're giggling about it. And then you look at them and they're like, LOL, shouldn't you have a job? Like, what are you effing doing? Like, who are you? And you're just like, oh my God. And then the worst thing, guys, they hold up a picture of you from middle school while they're all decked out with their spray tans and their fake acrylics that look on fleek and their eyebrows done to part and they're in their Yeezys and their Vans and their Gucci slides and they're looking at you and your dumb middle school self with your silly bands and your dumb leggings with a skirt that didn't even match and a shirt that was 8 sizes too big but you didn't seem to mind. And then your dumb Skechers, and they're laughing at you. Or if you were one of those people who was in the emo phase, they have that. They have all those pictures. That day that you cut your bangs yourself, they have that photo. Yes, they do. That day when you wanted to, just give yourself a little perm, a little bit of some highlights, they have that photo. And they're like, sis, you did it wrong. And you're like screaming at this point. You're yelling. But when you're looking forward at the middle schoolers, and then you turn around, there's that social interaction again. So where are you supposed to go? Where are you supposed to go? There's nowhere for you to go. There is nowhere for you to go. So you bury yourself and you fold in on yourself and you cry and then you just die. That's the end. Thoughts, comments, questions, concerns? I really feel like this is the perfect haunted house, guys. I really do. I feel like it's the best one ever. Like, hello? Isn't that such a good idea? I really just thought of that on the fly. I think it's such a good idea. Just because we've seen it all. We've seen the clowns walking in. Okay, it's a black room and you see something not moving, but it's obviously a person. And then you're just like, okay, I'm ready for the jump scare. Just like, come on out. And then they jump scare you and you're just like, But that's not scary. It's not as scary as a middle schooler. Or whenever you hear all these loud bangs and everything. Sure, we love a good loud bang. But have you seen a loud bang and then you turn around and there's a group of people asking you icebreakers? I didn't think so either. Oh, wow. Whoo! Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how loud I was being because I had my notes up on my laptop and that was covering up the sound bite for my podcast. So, if I was yelling, good. Because I wanted to fully immerse you in this journey. Because it would be horrifying. I really feel like I should email the CEO of all haunted houses just email hauntedhouses@gmail.com and let them know this idea. Because I just feel like there should be haunted houses that are, geared towards people. Like, it's your own haunted house. And because you're only allowed to go alone in my haunted house, the one I just described, you can only go alone. And basically, as you go in, like, it's called, you know, for example, if your name was Shelby, it's like Shelby's Nightmare. And you're just like, oh, wow, are there a lot of Shelbys? And then you see your last name written, and then just, like, pictures of you, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, because inside, remember, there are pictures of you. I just feel like that'd be so funny. I feel like people would die of fear, I think. I mean, granted, you'll have to sign a waiver, but wow, I think that would be so good. I feel like am I Satan? Am I fully like an evil demon right now? I feel like it would be such a good idea. There are just horns growing out of my head as I'm talking. I'm getting more and more. Well, do y'all remember? Oh my God. Guys. Maybe I am Satan or I've been possessed. Because do you remember in this episode, whenever I was just talking and then I just got into like a coughing fit? That was the demon entering into my soul and purging away my virgin niceness, happiness, pure. And he's just coming in and overtaking me, and now I'm Satan. So that's really how I'm ending this episode. I am Satan. I'm the devil. Mormons who? Mormonism what? Three kingdoms of heaven. I don't know her. Celestial, terrestrial, celestial. I am a full demon child. So, hello? I mean, and dang, would I make a fine demon too. Oh my God. But can I just say, when I was at this haunted house, the haunted amusement park thing, I was just walking past and there was this beautiful man and he had on this like spiked black vest and he was just holding, I don't even know what he was holding, but he was holding something in his hand and he was just walking around. And I walked past, I was like, ooh, I like your vest. And he was like, oh, thank you. Why don't you come take a photo? And I didn't really hear that part. So I just kept walking and I was just like, aha, aha. And then he was like, no, like, come back. Like, you take a photo with us. And I was like, okay. So he let me put on the vest and we got a really cool picture together. He was doing like a rocker sign thing, tongue out. I thought it was fantastic. And I was like, okay, like, who are you? Because like I said, in this amusement park, there are all these types of themes. Now these things I actually know. There was the Day of the Dead people, you know, from, what is that movie? Coco. If you've watched Coco, the Day of the Dead and that tradition, there are people dressed up like that. There were the vampires. There were, there were Vikings. I'm trying to remember the scare zones that I went into because those are the different themes, you know. Oh, the circus people for sure. And then I guess he was a part of the death satanic part because I was like, who are you? And he was like, oh, I'm Lucifer. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Oh, I love, like, just the fact that he was like, I'm Lucifer. Oh! Oh! Oh my God, I was yelling. I was yelling at this man's face. I was yelling at his face. I was so excited. So he was just like, yeah, I'm Lucifer. And I was just like, okay, well, what's Lucifer's wife called? Because, hello, I do. I do. I don't know about you, but I do. Oh, so that was fantastic, guys. That was fantastic. So I've already been married to Satan, Lucifer. And then, you know, the female that was used before, her body has been cast aside and burned, and now she is within me. And, catch me out here, just wreaking havoc. I don't know. You know, maybe that's why I'm always sad. Because I can't feel happiness. And I'm only happy whenever I'm inflicting pain on others. Okay, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But it just makes sense to me. Because why am I so excited about this haunted house I've created? I feel like it's so funny, but also horrifying. Because imagine if that happened. You're just walking away and your mind is just like, what even occurred right now? Because first off, you went in alone. Second off, you have a smashed phone now. And third, it's just like, what? I'm still hungry. Can we circle back to the first incident in that I'm still starving right now? Hello? And then as soon as you walk out, you're fully out of the park. And there's like you can't even do the ride. So that fully has to be the last thing that you do. Because it just juts you out outside. In the woods. Or like in a pit. In a trench. I don't know. But it fully juts you out somewhere. You're just like, hell, like, where are my friends? And you can't even call them because your phone is smashed. Oh! know. It just keeps getting better and better. It really does. But you could have a really cool video about it. You could have like so how was your haunted maze? Like, this was mine. What was yours? And then you get to learn about other people. And then you get to have a nice conversation. And then, hello, maybe you'll upgrade your phone. So you're welcome. Okay? Turn your dumb iPhone 8 in and then get that iPhone X. You're welcome. You could thank Miriam Samaki down below. And we do accept tips. So if you want to continue supporting Miriam's mischievous magic, Miriam's demonic ploys, Miriam's satanic pleasure, then, please just submit a little Venmo, me a little something, a little tip. Let me know how you found your experience, and we will make your personal frightenings, even better next year. Because we follow you and we stalk you, so we know everything about what terrifies you. And then, it'll be great. For example, if the year, for example, is 2019 and you had a horrific 2015, that haunted house just full of everything for 2015. And then we will put you back into that year. So, again, just sign our little form and refer us to someone else, and then you'll get 50% off of your haunted house. Woo! Okay, I need to go. Because I could really talk about this for years. I gotta go. Oh, I'm funny. Wow, I geek myself. Oh. But I really hope this room is soundproof, because I have been screaming and yelling nonstop. So, anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween weekend if you are celebrating this weekend. If you are, fantastic. If not, I don't understand why. If you're waiting till the actual day, 31st, that's also cool. That would also be fantastic. Or if you're waiting for that weekend, also, I don't know. But I know I'm gonna have fun. I'll be good. So hopefully you guys are too. But guys, that's been my show. That's been my time. Thank you so much for listening. As Lucifer's wife, I bid you a farewell and happy hauntings, happy scares, and happy fears. I have a good death. Happy Death Day to you. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been fun. This has been a whirlwind of a roller coaster of an episode. Yeah, I had a lot of fun though, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening. As always, thank you again so much. This has been an extra sip. Miriam Samaki signing off, guys, and goodbye.